We are back.
Finally.
Connect the Dot Podcast, episode 14, baby. We here. What's up to all you beautiful people tuning in? Shout out to all you guys tuning in every single week, checking it out on the podcast, Connect the Dot Podcast. I'm your host, Director Dan Barker. Here today, I got a special guest with me. Goes by the name of Eddy Jones. We've been talking about him a lot on the podcast. He's been submitting music. We've been reviewing it. He's been giving us nothing but bangers. So, we thought we'd bring him on and talk to him a little bit. But before we get into it, Eddy, before you start talking, all right, I'll let you get your chance. Before we get into it, you already know what it is. We got to shout out our sponsors, Super Vendors. Every week, they always hook us up with some special snacks and drinks and all that kind of stuff so that we can munch out, smoke a little bit, munch a little bit, drink a little bit, talk about some music, talk about some, current events, these kind of things. And then later on, we review some local artist music, get into that. We always rate the music, give them our feedback, and then we move on. So we hope to see you guys every week. Subscribe, like, comment below, and all that good stuff. Before we get into the interview here and let Eddy introduce himself, we got to pick some snacks. So what we did was I grabbed myself this Bang energy drink. All right, I don't know. I might go a little crazy with this because these energy drinks give me a lot of energy. I can't lie. So this one's the rosé. Oh, I got the rosé. Would you pick?
I went with the Bang as well. Okay, but I got the lemon drop.
All right, so we got the lemon drop. We need some energy.
Scared.
We're smoking a lot tonight, so we need a little bit of energy to keep us awake. So
this is kind of, it was hectic.
But on top of that, we got our snacks. So we got a couple shareables today. We got the Arizona, a return. Arizona with the
always
fruit.
wanted to try this.
What is that one? It's like
green tea fruit snacks.
Jeez. You gotta love the fruit snacks. Obviously the classic Arizonas. You already know the drinks are classic. And then we got these Mars cookies with caramel in the middle. Like I don't know how many of these I can really eat.
Yeah,
but I'll be honest with you, these look fire. So, all right, before we move on, I'm just crack open a little something. We always give a little
start out with a bang.
Yeah, start this podcast off with a bang here. Cheers on the bang. Thanks for coming through, Eddy.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's take a sip. Right off the rip, mine tastes amazing.
Yeah.
Yours is good?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so let's get into it. So Eddy, what up? Yo, respects for coming through on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You already know what it is, family. So those of you guys that don't know Eddy, Eddy has been in the game for a long time now, just as long as me, if not maybe a bit longer even, to be honest. You know what I mean?
I think we came in at the same time.
Around the same time.
With the same graduating class.
Yeah, we had class of 86. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're not that old. But I mean, I was born in 86, but I mean, like, I wasn't doing music shit. But
I've been lucky enough to done a lot of things. So a lot of those things at the beginning, especially, were with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even more than we knew at the time, I think.
Right.
Because we didn't know exactly what was involved.
But we also didn't really know each other back then. Like we were in the same circle, we were in the same area, and we were all doing the same kind of stuff.
I think by the time we finally connected, we had already done like 5 shows.
Right.
Because you were Hip Hop GTA.
Right.
And you were doing by that show, and I was like, oh, that's those guys.
Right.
I didn't know that guy was those guys.
And then you were the H Block, and then there was all the beef with the H Block guys back in the day with everybody.
And because I wasn't a rapper, I wasn't the front guy, so it wasn't like, you probably didn't think it was me. It was
right.
Like, it's their friend or something.
But needless to say, like I said, Eddy's been in the game for a long time, doing a lot of things. Never used to go by Eddy Jones, but that's a new thing. But I mean, we can get into that in a little bit. But that being said, Eddy's been a promoter, label owner, producer even,
and
engineer, hype man, a great hype man as well. Artist, performer, all that kind of good stuff.
That.
Like a little bit of everything, right? So just like me, to be honest, like a lot, like very similar story to like kind of my
different hats
where I came from. Yeah, you had to try out a little bit of everything first to see what you like, what you don't like, and all that kind of stuff. So me and Eddy have always kind of had like similar interests, so we've always kind of got along, and we kicked it off at a younger earlier on in the career. And Eddy's similar to me again, kind of took a break from the music and stuff, went away, and now he's back in action again, similar to me. So now that you're back in action, you got some music coming out, you got some, and I mean, like I said, you've been submitting a lot, and we've been reviewing a lot. We've been giving a lot of like good reviews, so like they've always been on the plus side of things, right? Which is always a good thing. So it's good to be able to come back in the game and kind of still be able to have it per se.
Yeah, I always call it like it's almost like a curse because I don't know how to stop. You know what I mean? Like even when I try to go away, I just didn't feel right. I always have that itch. I know that you're the same way.
Right.
And that's why we can't just stay with one thing because we get all these different, and I want to do this and I want to do that, And I think that because life always gets in the way, it was like, stop whatever people went their own way. I had my own record label with my own artists, as you know.
Yeah, because even back then, you kind of almost put yourself on the back burner as an artist, per se, because you were always kind of pushing the artists, right?
Well, I rapped as a teenager, but I never really saw myself as a rapper. You know what I mean? I never wanted that spotlight. I think a lot of people see that in themselves, so they want to be that, the alpha, or they want to be the man. I never had that. I just really wanted to make good music. That was my only intent ever. Right. And I didn't know how. And when I was a teenager, the only way I knew how was to rap. Right. Because I didn't know how to make beats. As soon as I learned how to make beats and record, fuck rapping. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because, okay, now I'm going to do this.
That was kind of like me. That's what I'm saying. Like, we have a lot of similar, because, like, that was like me. Like, I picked up the camera, and I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I want to do this. And I started the hip-hop GTA thing. And then we started doing the shows with PJ and stuff. And I was like, oh, well, maybe...
Exactly. You don't set out to do one thing. It just kind of leads to another. You know what I mean? Like, and that's exactly how I kept changing things, because I went from, rapping to making beats, just straight up making beats. Like, when it's making beats was fun. You just like bing bing. You know what I mean? Your parents' basement, just going ham all night.
Yeah, just making some sounds, making some shit happen.
Exactly. And then I bought an Apex 460, Pro Tools, old Mac, and now all of a sudden I had something that a lot of people didn't, because everybody could rap,
right?
But not everybody had professional sounding. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
This was a long time ago. I don't want to say exactly how long, but it was a long time ago where having those things wasn't accessible as it is now.
Right, but quality was always like important for you, and that's why like your guys' stuff always kind of stood out. And then to kind of like add to that, like I would say like, I feel like a big thing with you guys was always, okay, we're gonna make this music, but we're also gonna do these shows. Yeah. Which you guys were doing at early, when a lot of other people weren't putting on their own shows. Right. They were just trying to open for a guy, get on a show here or there, whatever the case is, but they weren't necessarily throwing their own events, like putting themselves on per se, right? Like what you guys were doing. And I felt like this is what I was gonna ask you too, is like, did it get to a point for you guys back then where it was like, okay, yeah, it was about the music, but it was about the party and the fun, like the show. It was like this is, okay, we're gonna make this album, but it's because we know we're gonna do a release party and we're gonna have this big party, and these other parties and these other shows.
It did get to be too much, because I was Respect Over Money Records, and that was the music side of it. But then later on, I started with Martin H Block Entertainment,
right?
And that was the promoting side, that was the shows and all that. And that kind of took over the music side.
That's what I mean.
You know what I mean? So, that's what made it not fun, because promoting sucks. Promoting is like, it's one thing when you're doing shows because it's fun and you get to have different artists and tours and stuff like that. But when it's like, come to Thursday nights at this place and it's everything, and people are like, you'd almost become like annoying.
You're
and
watered down, because you got like, especially back then, a lot of people were doing a lot of the same shows in the same cities, like all the time.
And you've already been to Big Sexy 10,000 times. We've already been to this place over 1,000 times, so it's like, it gets annoying.
But that's why PJ kind of made it interesting back then too, because he would bring in all these new bigger artists, right? So then it's like,
and that was fun.
It's not as bad that you're going to go see Buddy on Wednesday again, because now
at least we have something
is
different.
There, Lloyd Banks is there, whoever else is there, right? So that was kind of cool back then, and it was cool that we were able to have those opportunities because we were grinding from such an early age and at that level at such a young age, right? Like putting ourselves in position, like I was saying, right?
And that's what to me was all about, because to me, when you make music, that's like more like for yourself, like in your own time. When you do a show, that's when it really becomes alive and becomes like a community thing, and you see people reacting in real time, and you really feel that energy. That to me is hip hop. When you do it in your own time, that's like, it's like practicing to an actual game. You know what I mean? When we do it at home, it's like that's practice. But when you go do it, that's like when
that's
you
what I was
really
saying about those
up.
small shows to a lot of people back in the day. Is like, it's like this like rehearsal. Like this is like practice for like the actual show. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But we did a lot of small shows back in the day, a lot of bar shows, a lot of this, a lot of that. You know what I mean?
We also opened up for a lot of big names.
We also opened up for a lot of big names. We also promoted for a lot of big names.
All those big shows that we did, you guys were involved.
Oh, for sure.
Wu-Tang,
all the big stuff.
All that stuff.
Whatever it was. Remember, Hip Hop GTA logo was on it, or I was on it.
I still have all those flyers. Right. I kept everything.
Nice.
I have everything.
I wish I had. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that with you one day for sure.
If all the Zay CDs that came out, like he doesn't even have them. I have all that shit. Like,
what's a story that stands out with like between you, like with you and me involved, like from the big shows or whatever back in the day, like something from a show, like anything that stands out, like that you can remember.
So much memories, man. So much memories.
Nothing that pops out. Like what event or anything that maybe that pops out in your head?
I remember the first time I remember you was coming out with Thug Angels with those over large white tees. I always remember that to me.
With the spray paint.
With the spray paint, yeah. And I'm pretty sure you guys brought out champagne.
Oh no!
Right?
Oh no!
That was the first time I met Champagne, and I just.
What show was it? You know?
I have no idea. Do you guys ever do like was it like a spring something? I don't even remember. It was so many.
Do you remember?
We're talking
the Johnny B show that we did. I think it was a black tie affair or something.
You guys were in competition for our show.
Okay.
So we had a fashion show
at Johnny B's.
At Johnny B's,
and we won. No.
No, and then we
it wasn't a fashion show. No, sorry.
It was like three months in advance. 3 months in advance, we had it booked, and then like you guys ended up booking it. So it was like you guys were pushing for that, yeah. So we couldn't promote it.
Sorry. Come again. What happened?
After we booked it, I know you guys didn't know about this, but while we were already promoting it, you guys' event came up, so we couldn't help you promote it because we were already, like, you know what I'm saying?
You guys were promoting the event around the same time we were.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So by the time we knew about you guys' show, we couldn't promote that one because it would.
The Johnny B's one that we did had Blues Underdog on it.
Yeah.
Do you remember Blues Underdog?
Yeah. Of course,
that was so sick. Yeah, Naja. Yeah. Like when I think of Blues Underdog, that's what I think of. I think of Naja and also Dan Tana.
Because
that's where I met Dan Tana,
right?
and I didn't realize that. Yeah, and I didn't like later on when I met him again, I didn't realize that he was in Blues Underdog, which was cool. But Naja, I'll never forget him. Such a cool person, and like what
that energy that they had was crazy.
The sound, the energy is unmatchable. I haven't seen something like that since.
There's a couple people that I've met. I think you were one of them, like in that setting that I'm saying, Thug Angel, where the first time I ever saw them or remember them was on stage. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like Zay's, for example, the first show that we ever did, like first show ever, Zay's was recording or was performing that night.
Right.
And we didn't know them. They were like, you know, those dudes, and we were there. And then all of a sudden they started performing, and then we became friends after. You know what I mean? So like I always have that memory as well.
I got you.
But
so now obviously fast forward a little bit. We have tons of memories from back in the day. We got tons. We could sit here, and that's gonna be a long episode. Yeah. But from the Wu-Tang shows to the big celebrities to the merch stuff that you were doing, stuff I was doing, to the CDs, to the, you know, all the crazy stuff we were doing back in the day was dope, man. But now we're in a new day, a new age, digital age. Everything's digital. Everything's so different. You know, we're navigating through a new market. You just came back, started putting together some music. I know you were kind of experimenting with some different kinds of music here and there. Like you were like, oh, maybe I'm gonna do this trap shit because that's what's going on. Or maybe I'll try this. Maybe I'll try that beat. But I feel like now you've like found your pocket. You found your like kind of lane, and you know like. You kind of gave me a sneak preview of the album Your Family First, and you know obviously you've been sending me songs like for the past like month or so, like 2 months let's say, and you know they've been progressively kind of getting better, and then you showed me the album and I was like, okay, sick. So this is what I would say about the album.
Okay.
So first of all, I'm super glad that you went that route. And you didn't try to do the trappy or try to do the commercial or try to do the whatever. Like, because you do have to cater to the industry, but at the same time, like
you have to remain yourself.
You have to keep it real with yourself and not fake the funk. You know what I mean?
I'm not that guy. Everybody knows that.
And I feel like you tried to not trying to say that you tried to fake the funk, but you tried different things.
Exactly.
And you were like, you weren't comfortable with it, and you know that wasn't your sound, and you know that wasn't your style per se. And then you were like, okay, let me try what I'm used to. And then, you know, you teamed up with a producer and teamed up with some different beat makers probably too, right? And you know, you kind of went back to that old school style, but I noticed like you kind of changed, like, first of all, like your tone of voice overall, and even like your flow in general seems a lot different and more dialed in and more tight than it has been in the past. So I feel like this is probably your best body of work to date.
Thank you.
That's my opinion. And you had some good features, like which was cool. I like how you had the singing on a lot of the hooks, or like or a sample or whatever. But I like that because it's like you brought a lot to the track. You didn't just go on to make like a repetitive on every track. It's like, okay, he's got some there's some substance to it.
Yeah.
So I really like it. I think it's a good album. Like, it sounds like an album. And your last week one that you sent in, I called it a throwaway track from an album. And then when you showed me the songs on here, I was like, see, these are album songs, right? And like that, I don't even know the last one. Did that one make the album?
Yep.
Okay, so it is a throwaway track then, in my opinion, because compared to some of these other ones that you showed me, like those ones are clearly better than that one, in my opinion, right?
I think that music is just subjective, so it's what it is to you. You know what I mean? Because
For sure.
And that's why I try to have different songs in the album, because it's what one person thinks is my best work, the other one thinks it's my work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why it's so hard to please everyone and still remain true to yourself, because you want to do it for them, but you also are like, okay, but this is me. You know what I mean? So I try to have different things for different people.
Right.
But
this is also why I mentioned though about listening parties last week, about how like for you, for instance,
the response?
like this is a perfect example of a CD that if you had 10 different people from 10 different groups that no one's connected, so it's not like a biased opinions here and there, no yes men in the group, like just people here really giving you good feedback. And it doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to change my whole album, or oh, I'm going to scratch these songs, but get the feedback, see what, like out of 10 people, if 9 of them say, yo, this is clearly your single, and you were like, bro, that's my hit, like I never thought of that, because you're the artist. And this is what I mentioned on the last podcast about you specifically, actually, is that and it's not just you that does it, right? It's the majority. Like I even said it last podcast, is 90% of artists do it that way.
Yep.
They just put together their work, them and their producer or whoever's in their team. They're like, oh yeah, this and this and that and that, and they make their album and then they put it out and they're happy with it and cool. And maybe it is great and maybe it is and whatever. And again, it becomes subjective, this, that, and the other. But when you do that listening party and you grab 10 pros. And they don't have to be pros. You can even grab 2 guys that are just random.
Just to see what the reaction is.
Yeah, what do you think, dude? Like, you know what I mean? But like, hey, let's bring in a producer. Let's bring in a video guy. Let's bring in a manager. Let's bring in another artist or 2.
I did kind of do that with some, not a lot of people, like more one-on-one, but some people that I do kind of respect.
Yeah.
And the thing about this album is that it changed a lot. Like, I've been working on this album for the last 2 years, and it did become a lot of that.
One place and then it ended
exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of the songs that you heard that are more, like you said, with the singing hook and stuff like that, is an answer to those, you know what I mean?
The feedback.
Exactly. Because people were like, okay, it's a rap album, but you also have to give, you know what I mean, some to like the people that don't listen to hip hop. That want to support you, but they don't want to be sit there and rap too. They want to have a good time. They want to enjoy their time. So it's like, okay, let me make those kind of tracks. And that's why.
And not to boost your ego or anything, but like it kind of reminded me of like a Jay-Z album in a sense, where it's got the singing with the female maybe on a hook, right? Then it's got the guy, and then it's got you maybe even trying to sing or something, or you doing a soft tune, but then you're doing like almost like an anthem song.
Yeah.
So like you switch it up, you give a little bit of everything, and you kind of take people on a roller coaster throughout the album, which I thought was dope, and I really like the name, like Family First.
Yeah, I should have brought you a copy here.
Oh yeah, oh sick, man, dope. I mean, I don't know if I have anything that'll play it.
No, it's more for nostalgic purposes.
I love it. No, I'm gonna keep it up right here, bro.
Sticker too.
Yeah. That's dope. I'm gonna keep it up right there. Oh, and
it had to go. You know what I mean? No, but I think that
there's something.
Like you said, because I've been through so much before, and I've worked on other people's albums, I had a lot of experience when it came to mine. And one thing that I've always wanted to do was really tell a story with an album, which is really hard to do because you have to do it in so many different pieces, and everything has to come together, and But I really wanted to tell a story of basically what I'm going through now, what a lot of us are going through, where we lived a certain type of lifestyle before, and now we're older, grown up, you know what I mean? We have kids, we have a family life, you know what I mean? And because a lot of the stuff that we hear on the radio is not geared toward us. They're geared for 25-year-olds, you know what I mean? Stuff that we can't really relate to. Like, I'm not doing lean and doing all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not wearing a satchel.
Oh, you're not doing lean?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not doing?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
You ain't doing it right then, man. Come on.
Shit.
No, we're doing Bang and energy drinks. You're good. All right, yeah. But not for you.
Yeah, I wanted to really have like a voice, for us type of thing, you know what I mean? And once again, I can't lie. I can't just be like, I live this kind of lifestyle and then go home to my girl, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel you. I feel you. But at the same time, on that note, like, this is just my opinion on that, like, just to kind of touch on it. But like, every artist is different, and I know a lot of artists, they always want to kind of stay true to themselves and things like this. But being a rapper or an artist it's an art. So it's a lot like making a movie, or it's a lot like this. So like, I mean,
it's what you're going for too. Like, you can go for like, it doesn't have to be personal, but I wanted to make it more personal. I wanted to really,
but like Lil Tecca, for instance, he's got that, like, he makes it sound like he's got guns and he's selling drugs and stuff like that. But he'll openly admit that he does not do that.
His whole life.
And I mean, you can obviously tell that he's not like. I mean, maybe he does low key here or there, whatever. Who knows?
And that's what works for him, but that doesn't work for me.
No,
you know
I feel you on that.
Because we come from an era where people pull your card like, no, you
second.
don't.
Yeah,
no, you don't.
Yeah.
This guy's lying.
Like people were trying to get at me for getting at Tory Lanez about taking Cassidy's bar. But see, I didn't realize at first that he did actually shout out Cassidy in the freestyle, like at the end after he kind of did the flow.
Yeah.
And so I was like, nah, yo, Tory took it, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But then when I realized, I was like, oh, shit, see? And, like, music's so weird now.
Everybody takes from everybody,
That's what
man.
I mean. Like, music, especially now, it's like, what can you do that hasn't been done?
Exactly.
It's so hard. Like,
Exactly.
come on. You have to change the
Unless
genre.
you're starting something completely
That's what I
new
mean.
that
You have to
nobody's
do-
ever done. You
yeah.
took it from something, from someone, like little...
It's been done before.
Exactly.
Or something similar has been done.
The formula that I'm using for those songs, that's nothing new. Like you said, Jay-Z did it, Biggie did it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
It's just, like you were saying before, trying out different formulas and, knowing what works for you. You know what I mean? And that's why at the beginning, I was just putting out songs. When I started as Eddie Jones, I was just putting out singles because it was just testing the water. Okay, I'm going to try this flow here. And because I come from a producer side where I had a bunch of rappers who were like really, like intricate rappers and they really rapped their ass off.
Right.
That's what I was trying to do.
Right.
I was like, I got to come with that flow and you know what I mean? But it's like, that's not me.
But yo, before
You know what I'm saying?
before we go any further, I just gotta say those Mars cookies and the Bang drink. Okay, I'm gonna give the Bang drink a 5 out of 5 right off the rip, and I'm gonna give the cookies like a 4.
They're too much.
No, they're good. They're
really?
amazing. What do you mean? A 4 is super high. What are you talking about? Like people
You
hear
had like a
4s?
tone like, they're like, 4.
No, I didn't. I said I give them a 4. Like I
Okay.
can't give them a 5 though because I'm not huge on like too much chocolate per se, but like I would say like it's a 4 because it's amazing. Like it's so good. Like that is fire. So if you guys are watching this and you guys go to supervendors.ca, you guys can get Bang energy drinks right there to get it delivered right to your house, or you can go pick it up if you're in the Saga area, right? You got Bang energy drinks, get your Mars cookies, you can get your Arizona snacks. Go check out their menu, right? And you can go put together an order, get it mailed to your house, or you guys could just go pick it up. But continuing on, back to Family First. Obviously, like I kind of already get the name. Like it's kind of self-explanatory.
Of course.
You know what I mean. The album really fits the name too. I like the shirts and stuff like that. You guys can go cop yourself some Eddie Jones swag. I got one on. I bootleg that shit, and then no real shit. But I know his suppliers. So, but anyways, but what I was gonna say is coming to the new age, coming to the new thing, like what is your plan on like marketing this album? Like what is like, and obviously, yeah, you could drop your plug, go get it on Spotify, go get it on this, but like I'm just more curious, like as an old head, because I don't do music anymore. So and I do talk with a lot of artists, and they always asking me how to market their music, and I've done a lot of research on how to market music myself, right? So I'm just curious for you, like what kind of research you've done, and what direction you plan on going.
Right now, what I'm trying to do that I never did before was hit up the DJs. I feel like a lot of people complain that we don't get support, like artists don't get support. And if anyone's supporting, it's DJs, you know what I mean? Like they're really playing our music out there, you know what I mean? And they're really trying to get the name out. So that's what I've been trying to do is, like sending out DJ packs and stuff like that and just doing it old school. As far as like new school, I know that there's a lot of like sites and stuff like that help you get it to like playlists and stuff like that. So I've been trying some of those out too, trying to go viral too, like hitting up, you know what I mean? Like you go viral these days, straight to the top, you know what I mean? So
Facts.
I'm just trying to push everything I can, you know what I mean? I'm a one-man army, so it's hard, you know what I mean? Especially while I'm still trying to do the music and trying to balance life and kids and all that work. But yeah, I was trying to every little thing that I can, you know what I mean?
So what about like what kind of artists are you listening to right now locally? Like who are your top dogs right now that you're fucking with? Like maybe some of the features too, like that are on the album.
Pretty much everyone that's on my album. I got 17 features on my album, man.
17 features. Yeah, I was gonna say it's feature heavy. It reminds me of like a P Diddy thing. That's why when I see Family First, I was like,
I would say more like I would start to go like a Dr. Dre, like a Chronic. You know what I mean?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Diddy had more of the singers on it though.
Yeah,
You
true.
know what I mean? Dr. Dre was like weed smoking, banging bitches, and fucking absolutely just destruction.
Yep.
I feel like yours isn't really destruction. Yours is uplifting.
Yep. I basically try to have everyone that I, always wanted to work with. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that from the past that I had to, you know, pay homage to and had it in there. But all the new guys that I've been listening to, like Lotus James, he's dope. You know what I mean? I had to have him on it. Philly, of course. Zeppo, like Zeppo's, he actually didn't make it on the album. The song that he did got cut, but so that was a kind of disappointing thing. But I had to do what's best, right?
Yeah.
And yeah.
But who are you listening to? Like, if you're in the gym or you're at work or you're in the car or whatever you're doing, like, who are you listening to mainly right now, other than yourself? Because I know
Honestly,
you're bumping yourself heavy.
I'm different than most people because I don't listen to most things over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more like I study shit.
Yeah, you want some new shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it's like I think like it's like a book, for example. You read a good book, okay, cool. I'm not gonna want to read it again.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so I always try to like stay current and try to like, you know what I mean? If I heard about this person and you know what I mean, like I'll try to like listen to everything they got. You know what I mean? So like. But I also been working with somebody named East Mitty, who's on the album twice. Okay. And he's from Atlanta, actually. And they got really, really dope shit going on over there, too. So, yeah, so East Mitty.
So, like, moving on from that, like, yo, there's been some crazy shit going on in this world. Obviously, lots of stuff going on in the world. But I just want to bring up this because I got to get someone's opinion on it. And you're here today, so I got to ask you. The crate challenge, okay? I know you've seen this crate challenge shit going around. You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you haven't seen it, you're living under
bags,
a rock.
Man. Like,
okay, first of all, I seen the funniest shit. Like, the funniest one was there was this big, huge, fat guy trying it,
right?
And he got to the very top, and then he was standing on the top because he knew he couldn't take that step down. Like he was done, but he had his balance on that one, right? And he was standing there for so long, bro. The thing's so shaky, and he's like, "I got to do it. I'm up. Like, how do I? You can't get down." As soon as he went to take that step,
done.
Just collapsed. Like I thought the guy was dead. Like that looked like it hurt a lot. But
I think that's why it's so funny because you want to see people succeed, but you also want to see them fail.
I want to see fails. I
see some like really bad ones where somebody like kicks a thing, like they make it, and they just like, oh, there's some bad ones, man.
Oh, I've seen a couple brutal ones, but I've seen also one really cool one where the mascot, he did the whole thing, and he was in a mascot outfit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was a basketball mascot, I think, or something like that.
It's just funny the things that come up, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it hasn't been like a challenge for a while though. But it's
what's your take on that though? You think
I think it's fucking hilarious. Like,
but would you do it?
Would I do it?
Hell no. Yeah.
I think that's why a lot of people do it because everybody's like, I can do that. You know what I mean?
It's
so
like
like
one of those carnival ones.
Exactly. So it's like part of me be like, I don't want to do that, fucking fall on my ass. But another part is like, yeah, I can do it. You know what I mean? Like,
so you think you could maybe do it?
Yeah.
How about this? We get 100 likes on the video. You have to do it.
100%.
Okay, if we get 100 likes on this video,
I'll do it live too.
Eddie's got to do it live. We're gonna put it on and we'll put it in the next vlog.
It's funny because people are like, oh, they're planting these in the hood. Da, da, da. I get to work.
They're planting them in the hood.
And the next day I get to work and there's a skit of them. I'm like, what is happening?
They're planting.
I took a picture of them. I'm like, should I?
That's the funniest shit I ever heard. They're always planting it in the hood. It's always fucking government.
It's like, where are all these crates showing up?
Conspiracy. Like, just because it's trending. It's like, oh, the government. Like, I made the funniest meme. Like, yo, by the way, all you guys out there sharing memes on the internet, right? You guys are just meme sharers. You're not meme creators, okay? I am a meme creator. There's a difference, okay? Like, people be taking my statuses and like, oh, look at this funny meme. No, that wasn't a meme. You just stole my status. That's what you did. And then you said it was a meme. It's not a meme. It's my status, right? Anyways, I say that to say I made the funniest meme. There was this guy, and he was at the top of the crates, big kind of chunky guy, and like, he's falling off the top, but it's just a picture, right? And he's like going like this, and it looks like he's like kind of like Supermaning like off the thing. He's about to just take a fucking face dive, right? And I'm like, oh, this guy felt invincible after his second dose of Pfizer or something like that, because everyone's bullying the non-vaccinated people, and like that's why I'm like talking smack, because I hate when anyone bullies anybody. You know what I mean? So like I just man. But anyways,
everybody's like, don't tell people how to live, but don't tell me how to live.
Yeah, but I'm gonna live this way. But like, yeah,
but you should also.
It's all stupid.
It's all love.
Yeah,
it's all stupid. It's all good.
But it's all love at the end of the day, right? Like if somebody saw it, like that same person that's talking shit online, if you saw that person in real life, you're giving them a hug. Like so. Anyways,
that's why
I got this. I got this. You're holding that one down. But yo, this is what I'm gonna say though. Crate challenge, 100 likes.
Would you do it?
I would not do it.
Why not?
Because I'm gonna fall. And I don't mind the
As long as
embarrassing.
you're outside
I
in the
actually
grass,
don't mind
you
the
know?
embarrassing myself part because I like doing that. That'd be fun for me, right? But I think I'm gonna get badly hurt, bro. I took my kids to the Sky Zone.
You're fine.
And I
Just
jumped
gotta
on the
stand in the middle.
trampolines, bro. And
You gotta
the
stand in the
trampolines,
middle.
yo, that shit breaks your back.
It's a square, right? So you gotta stand in the middle. If
I get it.
To the side.
I get it, but that shit's 7 crates high. I ain't doing it. All right,
We'll start off slow. You know?
yeah. We'll do like a 5 one.
Okay, with 3.
But just make it look like I'll add it in digitally. Nah, there was 7, dog. What do you mean? But yeah, so moving on. As you guys know, or if you don't know, if you're new to the podcast, we always do song reviews on the podcast. This week we're doing 5 music video reviews. Last week I kind of messed up a little bit because I wasn't shouting out the directors and stuff like that, and I feel bad because I'm a director. So like, you know, shout out to all the directors from last week. Absolutely, all you guys just killed it. All those videos were really dope. We had a couple that were like over the top amazing, and I just forgot to shout out the directors. I don't have their names this week, but I am going to make sure to shout out the directors this week of the videos. Anyways, let's get into it. I'm going to give it 5 mics. You're going to give it 5 mics. So a total of 10 mics each track. We're going to see how it is and see where we get. So you ready for this, Eddie? This is your first time doing this. So, I mean,
Yeah,
you
I'm
nervous?
excited.
Oh, you're excited. Okay,
Yeah.
That's good. So we got 5 up here. Every week, I usually make a post on my Facebook or on my Instagram. Make sure you guys are following along on those things at Director Dan Barker on Instagram, Dan Barker on Facebook. I make a post. Artists put their links up. I do not screen these videos, so I don't even know what we're getting here. Minus 1 video because it was actually from one of the artists. I actually shot one of the videos,
Oh,
but I'm not going to tell you which one.
okay.
So I'll tell you after, but yeah. Anyways, so
It's a 5 for sure.
it's a 10 out of 10. So basically we're gonna get into this right now real quick. Like I said, what we do actually though, guys, just so you do know, we play 1 hook, 1 verse for the review so that we can keep it moving along for you guys. And if you guys want to go take a look at the videos after on YouTube, please do so. All right, so the first video we got on deck is The Canvas featuring Scythe, Azriel Raps Good, Azriel Raps Good. Hopefully I said that right. And Jacob Evolved, official music video of The Canvas. We're going to get into it right now. Bam.
On one's path to righteousness, 2 left feet will only get you so far, and that's baked into the meaning of life. So what good is personality if only one type will get accepted? I thought the whole point of this was to be as authentic to yourself as you could be. It's a circle, but that doesn't mean it's pointless as it takes shape. Shape shifts. Ayo Jacob, I feel like we've been waiting way too long to do this. Theory and practice are thoughts and movements. I'm smart and stupid, daydreaming, my thoughts are lucid. A loose it with a tight ego, so don't wonder why he's so wound up. Ounce puffed, weed killed, round up. Now what? Thinking cap, mouth shut. Trumpeting from my tower of Babel. Blah 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 blase, they can only make out a handful of it. If you don't have enough cash, then budget. Whoa. If there's snakes in your grass, then cut it. I'm trying to pack my stomach, listen to good music, so I don't mean basketball when I say tonight it's jazz and nuggets. Now when I'm dripping sauce, you know what I mean. Find me on your IG live stream. Watch it like a timepiece, TikTok. Profiles I read without Facebook and hold more character inside me than what your mobile device tweets. 280, flow like the Euphrates to the UAE, like Lupe Fiasco. Liquor and food makes me like Blu-ray DVDs laser focused. Took them a while before they started taking notice. Living large, cause I lay the lowest. Why don't we break the mold and change the moment? Can I bum a light? I'm about to detonate explosives. Boom.
The British painter William Turner once painted a picture depicting how society's riches were built upon the atrocities committed against other nations. It was beautiful, but he was cancelled for it. Caravaggio was once commissioned by the Pope to paint a portrait of him, and in turn he sent him a picture with his head decapitated. Both artists faced consequences. Both works are now considered masterpieces. Oh yeah, I love art, it got me geeking. It bring me back to life like I'm at Bernie's for the weekend.
There it is. I'm gonna just give you guys half the record. You guys got to go check out the rest of it. Man, The Canvas featuring Scythe, Azriel Raps Good, and Jacob Evolved. All right, that video was directed and done by Leah Dean Cohen of LEC Films. LEELLECSLC Films. Thank you. Yeah, that's probably it. So it's LELLECSEE Films. All right. So I'm gonna start this one off, and then the next one you can spark off. I'm gonna spark it off by just straight up shouting out Leah Dean Cohen and LC Films on the visual.
Yup.
I absolutely dope, super creative. I really like the way they did everything. Like, I don't have a complaint about the video at all. I have nothing but good things to say about it. I could sit here and probably say 100 different things that I really liked about it. But the overall thing that I like about it is the creativity, the overall, how it's not, everything's not too smooth. It's like, you see, even like these shots, how it's like kind of like a little bit busy.
Yeah.
But then she still has her smooth shots. Like,
Kind of brings you in.
I love it. It's very similar to how I film in the sense. I like to have those really clean pans, and then I go in and make sure I get my messy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can kind
Match the
of
song.
Yeah, at those certain parts. But I really like how the creativity and the directing and just everything that was set up, even the wardrobe stuff like that. So if it was just based on the video, I would rate right away. Just that's a 5 out of 5 video, right? Let's get into the song. First of all, I really like the song. I think it's dope. It's more like a poetic kind of a song. It's more of like a poetry kind of song, spoken word, if you will. Reminds me of like some, you know, like older school, like even like Talib Kweli, if you will, or like, you know, some, you know, a lot of different spoken word style rappers that I could think of right now. But like, I don't know, like, see, the first guy, I liked it, but the flow was a little, like, it was cool. I liked it, but like, I don't know, man. Like, I wasn't 100% sold on it. Let me just say that. Lyrically, I felt like, and delivery and stuff like that, like, there was just, like, it was there, and I'm sure people will really love it, like, for the majority. I just, like, there was something that just didn't quite kick for me. I feel like he was riding that line of, like, absolutely about to like this absolutely crazy flow. Like Andre 3000 type
type
shit.
of thing.
Like, he was so close to like nailing it, right? But I feel like some of his like end words, like end of his bar, was too elongated. Like you left it to the end of the where it shouldn't have been. And if that's you're trying to do that, like, kind of unorthodox kind of style flow, that's cool, and I like that, right? But it still has to ride the beat the right way. That's the only negative thing I will say about anything, because other than that, I felt like lyrically he was decent, like what he was actually saying words wise, but I just felt like that flow could have just been just a bit tighter. Like, he's so close, man. But still, I'm gonna give it a 4. Like, actually, with the video, like, I'm giving the track a 4, I'm giving the video a 5, so I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. I would give it the 5. I'm sure if I actually listened to the whole song, you know what I mean, I'd probably like it even more. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid ass 4.5 out of 5. Like, almost hit the 5. Like, you know, and for me, that's tough to get there. But absolutely great job, Scythe. I think the first guy may have been Jacob Evolved. Was the first guy, I believe. Dope job, bro. Jacob, yo, you're actually really dope. I very impressed with the track. I thought, like, again, like, don't take the criticism to heart. Like, I just thought, again, you probably have some other absolute heaters of verses, and if that flow would have been like super on point, that would have been an instant 5. Anyways, I'm gonna pass it over to you. I think I've spoken a little bit too much on that.
No, I totally agree. I really like the video, how it was done, like with the edits, like creative. It really brought you in, and same with the song. Like, I think it's once again more to do with, you know, who you're targeting, and it's just not our style. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what this kind of.
This is my style, though.
It is your style?
Yeah, I like this kind of stuff.
Not me. See, like, I like more heavier stuff. So, like,
right,
the whole,
true,
like, lo-fi,
true,
like, nerdy rap, some people call it. That's not really my cup of tea. So, like,
I feel you.
Because I'm not about, like, listening, you know, like, like, or introvert, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to more have a good time. So,
I got you. That makes sense.
I would say the same thing with the video. I would give it a 5, but with the song, I would give it, like, an overall 3, I would say.
Okay. So
in my opinion.
The whole thing, you're giving it a 3?
No, like with the video and the thing combined again, I will give it a 3.5.
3.5 to maybe even a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, like close to. But yeah, so 3.5. So that's still a 7. That's an 8. 8 out of 10. That's a solid ass score. So the Canvas featuring Scythe, Azriel, Raps Good, and Jacob Evolve. Go check that out.
Shout out to the director, though. That was really good.
Oh yeah,
I'm really impressed with that.
Huge. We've been having a lot of really good videos and a lot of good submissions the last couple of weeks. So hopefully we can keep it rolling here with Anissa Badshaw, the TikTok video. All right, we got who did this one? We got videographers. Brown Guy made it. Okay, big ups to Brown Guy, made it before the video even starts. Brown Guy made it. It's a hustler. He's been out here grinding, doing absolute amazing work. Guy started doing videos not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, like, I mean, probably been a few years now, I would say. I'm not sure, maybe longer. Don't quote me on that, but you know, the guy's on a level like he's been doing it like his whole life. So
That's why I thought it was longer, because I definitely recognize that name.
yeah, and well, he's been in the game doing other stuff for a long time too, right? And I just think music video wise, specific music video, I think he's only been doing like music video for I'd say like maybe a few years. I don't know. I could be wrong. 3 to 5 years, let's call it. You know what I mean?
Brown guy made other things.
He's doing really, yeah. He had like a couple websites. He had What the Hype. He had, I know he does a lot of stuff with like Black of the Dawn and those guys, and Sheffy and all those guys. Big shout outs to those guys. But big shout out to Brown Guy, yeah, before we even get into it. Anissa Badshaw, I've actually never heard of her yet, so I'm excited to hear this. I always love hearing new artists, you know what I mean? And then this one's called Tick Tock, but it's spelled differently than TikTok, as you can see. So she's getting a little fancy with it, all right? So let's get into it. Let's see what we got.
Black sheep on the beat.
Tick tock, tick tick
You know what I mean? Right off the rip, the video looks hard.
tick tock, bacha. Tick tock, tick tick tock, tick tock. Tick 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 tock, hot girl and bend right over. Tick 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 tock, bubbling a bubbling drop. Tick 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 tock, hot girl I bend right over. Tick 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 tock, bubbling a bubbling drop. Step out of the big fat whip, stick shift on the automatic. Temperature a burning up, fever like a symptomatic. Him like come here, drop down low, bring it back and press up on it. Mind blown, another time zone, giving that work round the clock. Tick 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 tock, hot girl and bend right over. Tick 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 tock, bubbling a bubbling drop. Tick 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 tock, hot girl and bend right over. Tick 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 tock, bubbling a bubbling drop.
All right. So that's that. That's what's up. Anissa Badshaw, TikTok.
The directors are on their shit, man.
Directed by Brown Guy made it, man. That's what I'm saying. These videos.
Wow.
Jeez. Brown Guy Made It also had one in last week's, which was also a highly rated song and video.
You're the one that went before mine?
I don't think so.
No,
I think it was the one that was after yours, I believe. I'd have to double check. But nonetheless, what do you think? You're up first, bro. What did you think?
Really impressed with the video, first of all. Like, very, it looks big budget, like, you know, like, holy.
Well, it is. Look at it.
Yeah, like, damn. As far as the song goes, you know, it's poppy type of song. You know, it's not bad. It's catchy. You know what I mean? Place, time and place for everything. You know, so I think that's what she was going for. That kind of viral, kind of smooth. So
absolutely,
it's a good little tune. You know, it kind of gets you bopping. And once again, the video is super dope. So I would give it an overall 3.5.
3.5. This guy's tighter than a drum over here.
Hey,
3.5?
No, I'm sorry.
I'm surprised at that score. Wow, that's crazy. But hey, to each their own, and that's why I love bringing different people on.
Hey, no offense to nobody involved.
No.
It's good work.
Hey,
it's just my own personal.
Of course. I'm pretty sure you're not a guy that's bopping to the TikTok song.
Exactly,
right?
I'm not.
And I get it. But for me, let's run it over to me quick. I just gotta say, first of all, I agree with you right off the rip about the video. So, so a bunch of different things. So one, that location right there, the one with the blue backdrop with the lights and stuff, that's my favorite shot. That one there.
That one?
I don't know what it is. I love that shot. I think this one's my favorite shot of the whole video. Not that specific shot there, but anyways, there's a few specific
the
shots.
Balloons, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I like how he used the fire in the background with that. These guys, this studio and these guys here, I forget what they're called right now off the top of my head, but
the Phoenix one or no?
No, this is a different studio, and a different like light rental company, and they're Moonlight Rentals, yeah. I believe that's who they use, and they've got such good lighting, such good like props and things like pyrotechnic kind of stuff like this. And I think overall Brown Guy, like, this is, I don't know, I haven't looked at every single one of Brown Guy's videos, but this is one of my personal favorites of his. Although he's had some really good ones that are like a different kind of style, I would say, but like this one here is like that commercial style that you need to show like the big wigs. And I'm not saying that Anissa isn't. I've never heard of Anissa before, but yo, she's insanely talented. This girl, okay, so Let me just give the video and let me give Brown Guy his roses real quick. I think it's his best, like commercial wise, like everything. Like this is a knockout of the park. Super high end looking. Looks like it was $50,000 for the video.
Yep.
And that's what you want to do when you're a videographer and you're working with independent artists that have, not exactly $25,000 for the video, right? So now moving away from the video, to the song and to the artist. Yo, this girl is sick. Like straight up, like I like how obviously the TikTok. I'm not big on gimmicky songs, so like for me, you're always gonna lose a little bit of points, not credit, but you're losing a little bit of points for me when you're doing a gimmicky song. But I like this one because I feel like for one, she's a female artist, so she's already in the she's got to make like that top 40 kind of hit. So you kind of have to go a bit more gimmicky sometimes with that, or you're using a sample, like an old sample, or you're doing this or you're doing that nowadays, right? So I don't want to dock her too many points on that. But what I'll say is this: very talented, voice on point, swag on point. Look at the confidence, all that kind of stuff. Like the way she performed in the video, super on point. Brown Guy did a great job with directing, working with her. She was comfortable with him. You could tell, like she doesn't look awkward. Nobody looks awkward. It just looks all natural. It looks great. Looks beautiful. High end. Hard for me not to give this a 5, but I'm gonna give it like a solid 4 out of 5.
Respectable.
The reason why I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 is, for one, I'm gonna dock points just because of the gimmickiness of it. Not necessarily my style of track too. Obviously, like I'm on the same boat as you, but I always gotta give respect for a track for what it is. Like I know what her target is. I know where she's going with it, so I gotta give her props because I know where she's going with it.
It's really well put together, all of it.
Video
like,
bad,
package,
tracks super hard, not
really
quite
well
my
done.
style, and a little bit gimmicky. That's about it. That's the only reason why it's not a 5 to me. If it was a song that was more up my alley and wasn't gimmicky,
Same. That's why I gave it.
then
what
it
I
would have
gave
been
it,
a 5,
exactly,
right?
yeah.
She like this is
If you had like this type of video, but with like a hard ass song, you know what I'm saying?
This
Like
is a tune for the kids, the younger
Exactly.
gen. You know what I mean?
the
I fuck with it.
TikTokers.
It's dope. Yeah, exactly. I fuck with it. Heavy, dope video. Great job, Brown Guy. Great job, Anissa.
Shout-outs, yeah.
So I gave it a 4. You gave it a 3.5. So that's a 7.5 out of 10. That's a 75%. Where I come from, that's a pass. You know what I mean? That's a nice. That's more than a pass.
That's on the fridge, right?
Yeah,
there.
that goes on the
That's
fridge. That one goes on the fridge right there. Mama proud. All right, so let's keep it moving. All right, so we got a homie from out west, actually. He goes by the name of Eclipse. I've worked with him in the past. Dope artist. He just dropped a new video. It's called On the News. So I haven't seen the video yet. I know it's probably fire, but let's check it out. Let's see who. Directed by Dennis Cruz. So shout out to Dennis Cruz before we even get into it. All right, so let's get into it and see what Dennis has got to show us, and Eclipse.
We can never be satisfied as long as the Negro is the victim of the unspeakable horrors of police brutality.
No more living life suppressed. It's on the news now, but you don't see it every day. They on the loose, wow. And plus they know where you say they got that juice now. Cause they squeeze every day, cut back and shoot, blah. And blow your ass away, it's on the news now. But you don't see it every day, they on the loose, wow. Plus they know where you say they got that juice now. Cause they squeeze every day, cut back and shoot, blah. And blow your ass away. Give me the loot, better freeze before they shoot. Get on your knees, begging please like a little prostitute. Get on the ground, don't make a sound, put your hands up in the sky. Or I release the dogs if you choose not to comply. Did everything they said cause they didn't wanna die. Then they slammed it to the ground and cut off his air supply. They was sworn to protect us but can't even respect us, got us chained up. But by the gold in a necklace got me fed up. Speculating like we reckless, time to stand up. We must proceed when they won't let us. Black lives matter even more. A black queen Brianna shot in her sleep. They saw black, not human beings. It's on the news now, but you don't see it every day. They on the loose, wow. And plus they know where you say they got that juice now. Cause they squeeze every day, cut back and shoot, blah. And blow your ass away, it's on the news now. But you don't see it every day, they on the loose, wow. Plus they know where you say they got that juice now. Cause they squeeze every day, cut back and shoot, blah. And blow your ass away.
All right, that's what's up. Eclipse on the news. So, like, yo, I fucking love this guy's flow. I swear to God, bro, I love this guy's flow. Like I do, bro. Like it's just, I don't know, like we're old heads, right?
Yeah.
So like when I hear this shit,
Same.
man, brings me back. Like it's just like a dope record, man. Like I wasn't a huge fan of the beat, but he slapped the beat so hard that it made the beat respectable. Because I wasn't a big fan of the beat, but he made it like a dope song. And like, it reminds me of like a good kind of like almost like a hood classic in a sense, but still kind of could be on TV in a sense, so it could be commercial, but it's not too hood, if you know what I mean. Like, he's not going too hard with it. You know, touching on the right topics. I really like the lyrical content of what he's saying. Like I like what he's saying, not just the way he spits it, because I really like his flow, but what he's saying as well lyrically. Like he's not just saying whatever. Yeah. I really like the hook too. I like how he kind of sang on the hook. It was nice and smooth. It wasn't overly repetitive, but it still had the repetitive that a hook needs in a sense. So because it wasn't just like on the news now, it's on the news now, we're on the news, on the news, on the news now. You know what I mean? Like he did keep saying on the news now, but he used it in the right way, switching it up. So on the record side of thing, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give him. I'll definitely give him mad points on the record. The video, I like the video. I think it's dope. It's just whenever you're doing green screen stuff and like these kind of like in the TV, like did you see? Not the last video, the first video that we watched. You see how she did that?
That was perfect.
That looked neat.
With the phone, it was everywhere too.
That was neat.
Yeah, clean.
This one wasn't as clean.
You can kind of tell, like
not quite as clean. And I'm not. I don't want to.
And it's funny too because you could have like just put that on the actual TV.
Well, yes and no. Sometimes, like, it depends. He might have filmed that day, so he might not have been able to put that exact shot there. I still think he did a great job. I think the video guy, like, still a great job. Like, he did a great job. This is not bad by any means. I've seen horrible stuff.
I get what you're saying, though. It's easy to look kind of, like, a little off.
Just a bit. But he did a great job. I like it because it's hard to do a lot of the stuff he did here. So I got to give him mad props, too, right? So, it's just one of those ones. It's... For me as a video guy too, and especially a guy that does green screen. My green screen stuff's not always perfect. Like I could go back in time and show you some green screen stuff that I'd give myself a 2 on. You know what I mean? Real shit. You know what I mean? Like fuck, we did a horrible job on that. You know what I mean? But I feel like this guy's on his way. This video director, Dennis Cruz, is on his way to doing absolutely massive things. Like this is great. Like you're already doing amazing stuff like this, and I'm sure it's just only gonna get better. And I'm sure he probably even has other examples of stuff he's done that's probably even better too. Yeah. But I want to give the video a good rating. I want to give the song a good rating. I'm gonna give it a 4 as well. I'm gonna give it a 4 because I really like the song. I'd give the video like a 3.5. Almost like I could almost give it a 4. But I feel like there's a few little sloppinesses here, and there's a few like obviously I know he had to use a bunch of stock footage and stuff, which is fine. I had nothing against stock footage. Just I don't know. Still, 3.5's good, and but a 4 is a solid ass score from me. I'll be honest with you. Big shout out to Eclipse. Big shout out to Dennis Cruz on the news. Go check it out. On to you. What do you think?
I agree.
You can't just always agree with everything I say.
I disagree with everything
I'm
you
just
say.
joking.
No,
yeah,
I
everything
like
he said. Yeah, and I'll give it a 4. Let's move on.
Kind of. I don't want to say the opposite as the last song, but kind of where I like the song more than the video. You know what I mean? Like, I get what they're doing. I kind of had a video last year, Save the People. That's kind of the same thing. So I get what they're trying to do, but I was surprised by like his flow. It kind of reminded me like when I used to listen to like Snoop CDs, and you kind of had those tunes that was kind of like not like super bangers, but it was kind of like you find yourself listening to over and over again. It kind of brought me back to that kind of time. You know what I mean? It has that like nostalgic type of thing.
Got you.
So yeah, I would give it the same, like a 4.
Yeah, nice.
I can tell that he has other good tunes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I recognize the talent. You know what I mean? Like, maybe this song wasn't like his best, but I can tell that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I hear that too. Yeah, for sure. And again, the beat wasn't necessarily like it was really laid back, but I guess you kind of like that.
Trash.
Yeah. He slapped the beat though.
Yeah,
like, that's what I'm saying.
Good.
Like I always say that. Like, sometimes the beat makes the song, and sometimes the rapper makes the beat and makes the song.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on from that. So what, you gave it a 4 as well. So that's an 8 out of 10. I think that's the. No. What did you give Canvas again? I think Canvas got. What did you give Canvas again? I don't remember. I think I gave it a 4.5. And you gave it a 3.5. Yeah, it was probably like another 8. Yeah, so I think we're tied here for the best songs, the best song and video. All right, so now we're going on to Perfect Aim, Mo Dirt, Crucifix, Perfect Aim. Let's check it out. So let's get back one time.
6. Perfect number. Give 3 the perfect number. Yeah, I got 6 more bullets in my gun.
Hit the target, perfect aim. If you make it through the headshot, you won't be the same. Hit the target, perfect aim. If you make headshot, you won't be the same.
Nah, you fuck with me and that's an early grave. This perfect aim will send your ass to the pearly gates. I'm working late, making sure I lay the perfect take. Then I hit the bong, watch that motherfucker percolate. You know, I don't really care about it, you know. I'm way past cloud nine, puffing on Pluto. Blunts like sumo, chop, flip it like judo. You know anyone who want it can get it when I'm in that mood, ho. Dude snapping, too savage, boy I do damage. Loose cannon, Bruce Banner, big bags like two Santas. Set some goals and flew past them. Who's laughing now? Got local rappers big mad cause I'm back around, handing out slaps to all of these bitches talking shit, saying they don't like me, but all of these bitches on my dick. Part of me misses back when I really didn't give a fuck. 2020 tried to kill me, now them bitches in the trunk. Dirt.
Hit the target, perfect aim. If you make it through the headshot, you won't be the same. Hit the target, perfect aim. If you make it through the headshot, yeah, you won't be the same.
All right, so that's on you, brother.
Can we hear his verse or no?
You want to hear the second verse?
The prick of a ride, walk away, flipping aside. When I'm pissing him off, it's not a thing you can do. You fuck with one of my dogs and I'm bringing the crew. Cause you begging for us to stop, he wasn't thinking it through. He was drinking the booze and all the other things he consumes. We on that high shit, about to rip your teeth out with vice grips. Anytime you get that beat down, you a flight risk. Hit the right wrist, see that light when you lifeless. This the hype shit, get enticed in that fight pit. Try to fuck around and you get exposed and it goes. But anybody try
Me first?
Yeah, you're up first.
I like the song. Like, it reminds me of, like, the old school shit that we did. Like, just, you know, like when you're in your fucking basement just having fun and you don't give a fuck about, you know, marketing or nothing like that. You're just, you know, like, it brings me back to those days for me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I like that. I like the bop. The video is whatever, you know.
It's like a one location.
Yeah, it's nothing bad, but me personally, I hate like the cliche stuff.
Yeah.
Like graffiti, like let's put it on our chains.
yeah.
But that's me personally. Like I try to stay away from the cliche.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean? Like, I always think that like rappers have like a rapper kit. Like, yo, okay, I'm gonna be a rapper. Let me put my hat on, my my chain,
my shoes. I gotta get my Jordans on.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But that's just me. I like the tune though. It's like, you know.
Yeah, the tune's fire.
A good solid 3.5.
It's a 3.5. That's a solid score. 3.5s are always good, bro.
Like I said, it has
I
that, like,
always
like-
I always say to people, like, people hear 3.5 and like, huh? It's like, no, 3.5 is good, bro. Like, that's good.
Yeah.
You didn't get a 2.
Exactly.
You're doing all right, bro.
Exactly. If it was tragic, like, it's a 1. Like,
Yeah,
it's a 1
for sure. That's how 1s are at trias. See, when you get
I
the
was
3,
laughing at you, too.
when you get the 3 though, that's when you get the trias. You know what I mean? When you get the 3.5, you're all right. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding.
The guy, the second guy is better. No offense, like that's
Yeah.
why I made it a little bit better. He has that like I said, people save the best for last. In most songs, you know that the
I'm a bit
rapper
closer.
rapper coming second is gonna be better a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's a solid 3.5.
What do you think?
I mean, to be honest, like, I shot the video, right?
No.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I swear to God.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Where we at here? So big shout out to director Dan Barker. He's out west. It's
Set
okay.
me up.
No,
You
it's
set
all
me
good.
up.
I did set you up. I
Damn
set you
it.
up. That was nice. That's why I didn't show the director at the beginning of the video. So that's why I
The
just
director
wanted,
sucks, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. I know too much about this for me to grade this. It's hard for me to give this a rating, right?
I think it's like
I'm gonna, but yo, just to touch on everything you just said, like not everything you just said, but
that's why you want to play the second guy because you already heard it.
I know. No, hear me out.
Okay.
You ready for all this? Okay, first of all, I totally agree with you. Second artist better than the first artist, right? Although I love Mo Dirt's like rap because he's different. Like he's not so like the other guy. Don't get me. The other guy's sick. Crucifix, nasty. Like I said, he's the better artist, right? But he kind of has a flow that's similar to a lot of other artists.
Right.
Although I find him better than a lot of the other artists that have that same similar flow.
That aggressive, like white boy. Like,
Whereas whereas Mo Dirt doesn't. He has like more of the unorthodox flow, but still keeps that nice rhythm.
Right.
I love it. I think it's dope. But I'll say this. So the reason why I was like, I kind of didn't want you to have to listen to the second verse because I knew that the second artist was a bit better. So I wanted to be fair with all the other videos too, right?
Oh,
Because
right,
I'm
right,
sure
right.
we've had some other ones where the other artists were better too, but we didn't listen to them all, right?
True.
But I wanted you to just get whatever. Anyway, you're the guest, so they let the guest have what he wants, right? But that all being said, just touch on like what you mentioned with your feedback, like with the graffiti dropping on about. I hate shooting these videos.
How many have you shot?
I've shot, and I told these guys that too. I've shot like probably over 100 of these exact videos, and I stopped doing these style videos, the guerrilla style videos, shooting in an alleyway. Oh, go stand near the car, go stand by the fucking wall.
Like
not into it, right? But hear me out though. We were in Surrey, in
Oh.
Vancouver. I just met Mo Dirt. He had a little bit of time, and I said, "Hey, bro, if you want to shoot something now, then hey, let's just do something." And he had some like tracks that could have videos like this. Like you seen your video last week, right? Like you just kind of had it. Try like that's just as cliche as this video to me, right?
Yeah.
And but you know that as you make it, they know this as they make it, but you still make it anyways.
It's almost like you have to have like your in studio video.
You have to play to your brand too.
Exactly.
Like, this plays to their brand, right? And then same with
your
yours.
fans
Yours
are,
kind of played to your brand at the time, right? So you just do what you got to do. But we had 4 hours notice before we shot this. We showed up to a random spot. We filmed it. And we put it out, and that's the way it happened. But that's why you don't get an overtop rating, and your video's not going to take off as far as it could go, because it kind of shows in the work, right? But for me, I really like the song. I like what these guys do with the song. I love the hook. I love the scratching on the hook. I like the beat, like all these different kind of things. The video, again, I agree with you. It's not my favorite video. Alleyway video, very simple.
And honestly, that's why I haven't done any videos in a while, because I'm so tired of them. And I've done by now. Like
one thing I will say though is I like how the director utilized the area and the space, and then the way the transitions in the video.
Right, 100%.
Really but actually brought the song and video together. Like it all fits.
The movement, yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard, especially when you're with new artists and stuff like that, and you just meet them, kind of thing. It's hard to like do this in a sense, right? But
it's hard to make it look good.
Again, I'm not trying to big myself up over, because again, this isn't my favorite video, but I would give this a 3.5 as well. Yeah. Based on, I would give it more if the video would have been more like for instance, even having a DJ, right? Which is one thing. Again, we didn't have the time to put it together, but having a DJ, having multiple locations, more locations, a little bit more B-roll to it, right? Like, but again, these are things where you have time, preparation. That's why you gotta, plan these things, etc.
Yep.
So that's a solid 7 out of 10. For Mo
Shout out
Dirt,
to the director though. He's doing
Game.
his thing though.
The director is doing his thing. Like that guy Loki is like absolutely slapping stuff out of the park. But this isn't exactly that guy's best video. But it's definitely
check out his work though, for real.
Check out that guy's work. Yeah. Check out director Dan Barker on Instagram. Okay. All right. Moving along. So. All right. So the next and last record of the night goes by the name of Century, and the song is called Britney Shit. And
quick little story about Century.
Hold on. Shot by Prince Beats. Shout out to Prince Beats.
Oh, Prince, yeah.
One of the hardest working, hardest grinding video directors in the Toronto scene.
Yeah, my first video was with him too.
Really?
Yeah.
Dope, man. One of my favorite directors that are out there in terms of like his hustle work. He does tons of really good
and he's
videos.
always constantly improving. He's constantly getting better.
Always, man. And I know he's just going to keep doing bigger, better things.
And easy to work with too. A lot of directors are not easy to work with, man.
This
directors,
guy...
There's only one person that's worse than rappers is directors.
True.
And he's really good to work with and really open. So
and I've heard nothing but good things about him. I personally recommend him to a lot of people because I even my own clients, I'm like...
I wonder if you recommended to him at the beginning.
I might have because I'll be honest with you,
I don't know how I got to him.
A lot of people hit me up about videos and I'll be like, okay, this is my price, and like, oh, it's a little bit out of my budget, and I'm like, okay, well, listen, I know a guy that's amazing and does very high quality videos like this, that, the other, and I'll send them to him. Because
to me it was more
sense.
like it was my first video, so you don't want to go like because you need the and to me that was my Prince video, my graffiti
and he shoots a lot of those style of videos too, and there's nothing wrong with those style. Like I said, we just played one of mine that I just shot, right? So there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean, ever. And same with the artist doing the video, there's nothing wrong with, you need that
exactly.
And again, not to go too far into it, but Prince, like you said, one of the coolest guys to work with, but just a solid dude, funny as fuck. Like if you follow him on Instagram or if you follow him on Facebook, he's always posting the funniest shit. So just a solid dude, solid grinder, work with like almost fucking every hip hop artist you could think of.
Big artist.
Big shout out to Prince, man. Hopefully we can get him on the podcast soon. I've talked to him about coming on, and
it's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him on, and same with Brown Guy and a few other guys. But yeah, like I want to get the video guys on here too. But yeah, so Century. Britney shit. Big shout out to Century.
Yeah.
One of the doper femcies in the area in Toronto. You said you had a funny story about Century?
Yeah, I went to do this competition thing with for Chessa with Zays. It was Zays' thing. I was when I was hype man for Zays, and we're waiting for him, and all of a sudden I hear like singing in the hallway. You know when you're waiting for your turn, and all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, who the fuck is singing? Century. And I got to meet her that day, and so I've been a fan. I've been watching her ever since.
So I did a photo shoot with her before. I don't really do photo shoots, but a friend of mine had hit me up and said, "Hey, I have an artist that needs a photo shoot." That was the first time I had met Century. Did a photo shoot with her in Oshawa. It was really cool. She had a really cool vibe. Me and her kind of kicked it off. We had like a good time, whatever. And then we ended up, linking up like on Facebook or Instagram. I think she maybe even came on a couple of shows, maybe stuff like that. And then a lot of stuff has happened with Century from the time that I had seen her last, and then to now when I've now started kind of reconnecting with her. And she had gotten into an incident where she got shot. Yeah, right, which is crazy. And crazy. Thank God she didn't like get into like any kind of
Is it also another rapper that's like, or singer that is constantly doing things? She's putting on shows. She's putting on for other people. Like she's
so sick,
so involved. All her videos are always like she's always inviting people.
Such a cool individual. Always trying to get people involved. Always inviting everyone out. And then the last thing I want to say too about her before we get into this video is she makes the bombest chicken. So I was at a birthday party one time, and she ran the chicken. Like she did the barbecue, or she did the chicken. Dog, I probably ate like 10 pieces of chicken. Like I was full. I was like, but I can't not eat this chicken, bro. Century, we got to link up and get you at one of the Connected Dot barbecues to just run the chicken one time. All right, so let's get this out. Shout out to Prince B. Shout out to Century. Britney shit. So I think this has something to do with obviously probably Britney Spears, because Britney Spears had her whole fucking
crazy.
Yeah,
whatever.
she had like her rights from her dad given back to her. So I don't know, maybe something to do with that. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen nothing yet. Let's check it out. First time reaction. Have you seen this yet?
Nope.
No. Okay, check it out. Jeez. Shoulders on a wall. You see that?
All right, yeah.
You
see what she said to Century? Oh my God, wait.
You thought that shit was cute, but now I show you ugly. Every time you come around, I teach you can't fuck with me. Bitches like you cry, cause they know that pussy sweet. When I talk to your man, he know I kill it in these sheets. Yeah, everything is fire from my face to my feet. Might as well call me Chrome, cause I bring him to his knees. Let a nigga spit on it while I make that pussy squeeze. Yeah, I used to wanna fall in love, that's Britney shit to me. I said that's Britney shit to me, oh yeah, that's Britney shit to me. Fake bitches choose a nigga shit you'll never see. Give a nigga all your shit, now me you'll never be. Cause Britney shit to me, oh yeah, it's Britney shit to me. I said Britney shit to me, oh yeah, it's Britney shit to me. Fake bitches choose a nigga shit you'll never see. Give a nigga all your shit, now me you'll never be. Cause it's Britney shit to me, oh yeah, it's Britney shit to me. She said I had to see, so I told her she should squeeze. Yeah,
she's so sick.
She's better than any other rapper in this night. I'm sorry. Come on.
Yo, hold on. I go first.
And the fact that she sings,
I get to go first.
Like she can sing so. Okay,
yo, hold on. Yo, bro, you're ruining everything.
I'm watching the video. My bad.
But yo,
shout out to Century though, man. Holy.
Yo, let me just say, Century's sick. Yo, like she's just a sick head. Like she's just sick. Like look at the way she performed. Look at the energy she brought in the video.
It's the kind of energy you put out, man. You can see that in her. You can just like you're just involved.
You know what's crazy? Is I feel like if it was any other girl that spit this song, I wouldn't have liked it.
You wouldn't like.
I swear
cheer
to God,
for her, like.
But she just slapped it. Like, cause I was like, what's going on? I was like, oh shit, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, cause I don't usually like this kind of a track. But yo, this sounds like a slapper. Yeah. Like this sounds like something you could hit on repeat. Like,
like I was saying, like let me sing her ass off too.
But
so
I want to say
this.
I want to actually give her mad props, because if you actually listen to what she's saying, like she's basically saying like, yo, bitches, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, stop giving your man like all your shit just to keep him. Like, don't buy your love. You know what I mean? Like, like the whole that's kind of what I got out of it. And like, just don't be a piece of shit. Like, like that's kind of what I got out of it. You know what I mean? I didn't really catch the Britney Spears aspect to it. So I feel like she might.
I think it was like the crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy shit to me. Like,
okay, I get it. Yeah, okay, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So I'm gonna say this
That's what I
too. The video hard as fuck.
Yeah.
I like everything they did here with this scene.
Yeah.
This scene was hard. I like the little cool because it's kind of a fun track, even though it seems like it's a hard track, and like what she's saying, it's kind of aggressive in a sense, but
It's still like fun. It's still
fun and
yeah.
boppy, and then like the way see the animations here, like these
Yeah.
kind of things, those are so cool. Just yeah, I like it. I really like the overall video. I like the track. It is a little bit gimmicky. Again, so I always dock a couple points there. You know, you got to lose something there on the gimmicky side. Just
But I mean, she
super-
got that's a painting of her,
Dog,
right?
she has a mural. She
Like,
got
that's
an extra
crazy.
point. She got an extra point though. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
I was trying to see like
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5.
There's somebody else, but that is her actually.
That's her.
That's nasty.
I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5. And big
That
shout out to
mural
Century
alone,
and
bro, like-
big shout out to Prince Beats.
Yeah, straight up.
Big shout out to both. That's a 4.5 out of 5. That's a sick.
I would have to give it a 5.
Dope.
It's a 5 for me.
That's a 5.
Seriously though.
That's the first
And
5 of the night,
I might
no?
be biased because I love Century, like I said. Like
Yeah, that's what I mean.
but
Like it's.
I was
she's
expecting.
dope.
You know why I was taken back because I was expecting something else. Because like I said, she's a singer.
I agree.
So
And that's what I mean about the beat. When the beat came in,
You know?
I was expecting something.
Yeah,
else.
and then she's like, I was like, oh shit, and then it was like, I was kind of like nervous at the beginning, and then she killed it, and the whole time I'm like involved, and like I said, she just puts out that energy, you know what I mean, like, and you can really tell that you can't fake energy, you know what I mean, like if you're nervous, if you're whatever, you can, you know, so
Yo, shout out to the extras in the video.
yeah.
Yo, the extras in the
I know
video.
some of them actually.
Turning up.
Champs, Pain, Rekka, some of them are there.
All I know is, yo,
Shout out.
like, you
Look
gotta
at
have
the
supporters.
energy.
You gotta have the love like that. You gotta have the, no real shit.
Yeah.
I see how many times I'm on video sets and I have to like start going around and yelling at people like, yo, you actually have to turn up, eh?
Because people are like,
Okay, no, those are different sets. That's when you tell people like, yo, doc, put a mask on it and grill, eh? Yo, tap my pockets when I go around. Just make sure I don't
yeah,
have red on.
everybody's got to be on point.
So
Everybody's gotta,
so that's a 5. That's a 9.5 out of 10.
straight up, man. I love that.
What would you say like is your favorite part of the video? The mural?
Yeah,
I love the mural. That's my favorite.
And like I
part.
said, every Prince the video that I watch keeps getting better.
Agreed.
Like, you know, quality, his edits, like everything. So
The one thing I would say, like the only pointer I want to throw out there is just, I feel like the color grade on it could have been a little bit better. I feel like it's a little flat. I feel like it could have had a bit more punch. That's the only like, you see how it's got a flat look to it? It's more of a soft,
Right.
if you will. I feel like a little bit of a punch.
More
More
bright,
of a,
like-
yeah, no, more like a contrast almost. Like could have been a bit darker here.
I thought it was
Like,
because it looks like maybe like a rainy day. It looks like they were about
to
to
be
get rain
honest,
on.
it's still great and I love it. That's my only. That's if I could pick one thing, that's the only thing I would pick up feedback wise. My favorite part of the video, 100%. I love how the mural's there. I know that was probably there before and they just kind of pulled up on it, but I just think it's so dope how they used it. Everybody in the scene's turning up. Shorty's there with the camera, so they're making it kind of look like Shorty's kind of filming it or whatever. Like I see the little concept. Dope. 9.5. So that's it for the night. With that.
Shout out Century, man.
Shout out to Century. Shout out to Super
Let's do a
Vendors.
song. Holler at me.
Shout out to Super Vendors for supplying the
Yep.
drinks, the snacks, all that stuff. What did you think about the Arizona fruit salad?
Really good, man. I love this shit. I keep fucking snagging on it. I don't want to fucking be sitting here eating the whole time, but that's really good shit.
I'm gonna
Definitely
be
have
up all night from that Bang energy drink. I can't lie. But yo, shout out to everybody watching. If you guys tuned into this far, man, make sure you guys go check out all these tracks. We got the Canvas featuring Scythe. We got Anissa Badshaw, TikTok. We got Eclipse on the news. We got Mo Dirt and Crucifix, A Perfect Aim. And we got Century Britney shit. Make sure you guys go check that out, support it. Make sure you guys are subscribe, commenting below. Like I said, if you guys are watching this now, we got a whole bunch of stuff about to drop on you guys. And if you guys haven't already seen the announcement, make sure you guys check out the vlog video with Peter Jackson, the golf vlog. Go check that one out. Make sure you guys pump that one up, pump out the views. And big shout out to you, brother, for coming through,
Thank
man.
you for
I
having
really
me, man.
appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you. Long
Family.
time, man. And
Family first, bro. We got to bring you on the podcast first. You know what I mean? We've had a few guests already, but you're one of the first.
Yeah,
you know what I
man.
mean? Family first, bro.
always, man. Always.
So, oh wait, family first. I mean the album. Yeah. Oh,
not me.
that's what I
Yeah,
meant.
not me
Not
first.
you
Like
first.
third, fourth, but
Yeah, no, family first, guys. Make sure you guys check out Eddy's
Yeah, man.
album. We're gonna obviously post a link and all that stuff for you.
Oh, also, I gotta plug out. I got a release party September 18th. I don't know when this is.
This is gonna be dropping next week. So.
Okay, so September 18th at Simcoe Blues on Oshawa North, Simcoe and Roslyn area. Make sure you go, man. Live music is back. I got performing 20 minutes, and I got Lotus performing and Pound Banga doing a set. So
Right.
you can come out, you know. And
That's dope. What, like, so do I get like any type of like? Because I brought you on the podcast, do I get any kind of like special treatment at the show, or is it like I got to still buy the tickets, or what? Like, how's that? Do I have to sell tickets?
I might have to talk to the owner about getting you.
Do I have to sell tickets?
Yeah.
How many tickets do I have
If you don't sell 20, then you can't perform.
You can't even come.
Yeah. However many tickets you sell, that's how many minutes you can do.
But what if I sell what if I just pre-buy like 500 and then I just run the whole show and you don't even guys get to perform?
You sell them.
All right, dope, man. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, brother. We'll get you back on. We'll get you back on eventually. But yeah, go check out his music. Shout out to you guys for always supporting. Check out the website. Follow us on Instagram. You already know the deal.
Connected that.
Peace. We'll see you guys next week. Let's go.
Bitch.
Slut.